No, you don't see them as a folder. You see each folder for each assignment. So if you have a task or an assignment that you create, it creates a folder for that. And then if I had 30 students who had submitted that or started it, then I would see all their documents and see who they are here and be able to respond from the folder. So that's how it works out. We'll cover that in a little more detail in a little bit. Other questions? Yes?
Can you change a class name after you assign it?
Can you change a class name? Yes. If you go over to this hamburger up here, oops, that's not it. Actually, I think you have to go home, and then from these 3 vertical dots, you can rename and or delete.
You can use all the Google plugins with that too, right? All the add-ons, like Octopus and
Yep.
all that.
Yeah, you can. Those are pretty much separate things.
Okay.
So if you're using other add-ons or tools, I mean, they can work together, but they're not exactly synced. So for example, if you're using Octopus with Gubrick, there'd be a grading structure in Google Classroom, but then there's a separate grading structure using Gubrick.
Okay.
So I don't know if you'd want to use both.
Okay.
I mean, that's something we can look at in the development time, probably more.
So
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to the stream page here. And as we said before, your stream is all the stuff that's being posted. Okay? So this is what it looks like for the teacher. Oops, that's not what I wanted. For the student, here, I'm going to join a class. Let me get my class code here. So I'm joining this class as a student. So the students have the ability to share, post stuff as well. There's no way to turn that off, so a student could post whatever he or she wants. So you may want to create some kind of policy or, talk about what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Because if everybody is like posting weird memes of Yoda or whatever, SpongeBob, then your whole stream is going to get kind of cluttered. You do have the ability to delete them once they're posted, but you don't have the ability to moderate or prevent them or to turn that off.
see who's posting out.
Right. Yeah, because they have to be logged in, their name is attached to it, so that's kind of a safeguard. I mean, they'd have to be kind of dumb to do something inappropriate. But I also encourage you, if you think of an idea to make it better, like if that's a feature that you'd want added, there's a send feedback option in the corner here. If you click that, there's a series of prompts where you can suggest a feature change or addition. I think Google is very invested in making this better, and they often listen to people if they see a lot of people asking for the ability to moderate stream comments. The likelihood of them adding that increases with each suggestion. So feel free to utilize that. All right, so in the stream page, you have these 2 options as a teacher for how you want to post. So you can choose either announcement or assignment. Starting with the announcement, this is kind of a way for you to post like reminders, or you could host a discussion through the announcements if you wanted to. But you can provide your instructions up here. So these are instructions. Remember to do this after watching the attached video, something like that. So you could tell them what you want them to do or give them something to read. So if I wanted to attach something to it, I could choose a file and just take a file from my computer or my drive. I could add something from my Google Drive directly. So it's pretty much the same access. So if I wanted to add this document, I could just choose it and add it. And this would be kind of like a reference. So I'm announcing this, here's your reference or your test review, something like that. Here's the document, make sure you study it. Don't be dumb. And let's go.
So where would it be best to, like, student were absent and you had the previous day gone over something, would it be best to put it, would be good?
Right. Well, I guess it's kind of up to you as to how you want to do it. If you post every day what you did in class as an announcement, it's going to add to the number of things in the stream, and it might be hard to find. It might be best just to keep like a running Google Doc and then post that link in the About page.
So the About page is your syllabus.
Right.
Things that are go-to references for the whole semester.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
So if you had like stock documents, like for example, you could just add schedule. Go here if you missed a day. And then you could add that link to that Google Doc, which you just update, daily. This is a journal entry. This was the assignment. We worked on peer editing. Here's what you need to do. And then they could just go to that to see what they missed and what they have to do. Yeah.
Do you think a Google Calendar do this so that that's how they can see what you've done for the day?
You could, if you have your Google Calendar link, you could post that link there, but you'd have to have that calendar hosted somewhere, like on your website or something like that, for them to actually have the viewing of it. So when I'm ready to post this, if I want to do it to multiple classrooms, this is the drop-down where you can post to multiple classes. So I have my 4 sections or whatever. I can check which ones I want it to go to, which ones I don't. And then when I'm ready for it, I can just post it. And then it will go live immediately. And it will look like that. So if you forget something, you can add a comment, or you can edit that post from those 3 buttons up there, or 3 periods. Is there a name for that symbol? It's like a vertical ellipsis.
The 3 dots.
Yeah. I think it's a Google custom symbol. Yeah, call it the traffic light. I like it. Nice. So from the student view, when I refresh, then the announcement shows up here. Students can add comments to the announcement, and that's why I said you could facilitate some kind of discussion. The post here could be like, oh, check out this video, and add a response or share your own link as a follow-up to it, something like that. And then students could post their stuff there, and that'd be a way for you to kind of get them to interact through this interface if you wanted to use that. Yeah?
So you linked that Google Doc,
Mm-hmm.
and you added it from your drive already.
Yep.
So does it still only live in the place that you grabbed it from, or does it
Yes.
now get... Okay.
Yep, because it's just coming from my Google Drive, so whatever privacy rights I shared for that, so anyone with the link can view it, then those are only going to be, it's going to stay there because I'm not making an assignment of it. We'll look at assignments, and when you make assignments, that's when you can multiply it magically.